Hello, my name is JANAE Allen, and today the product that I chose to sell is the Magic Jack. For those of you that aren't familiar with the Magic Jack, it is a voice over IP phone service that allows customers to make phone calls over their internet service. Now, a lot of people will ask, now how does this work? I'm going to tell you that right now. The Magic Jack itself is a small USB device, which is about this big, that just plugs into any home networked computer on a USB port. The device itself runs you $40, which the $40 does include the device, of course, and it also includes the first year of service. Every year after the first year is only $20, which is really, really convenient for pretty much anybody. Once you get the device home, all you have to do is plug it into any available USB port on that networked computer, and it'll automatically download the drivers. Once the drivers are installed on the computer, it will prompt you for a setup. That setup does include choosing your phone number. While choosing the phone number, you can choose any state, any city, any area code that you want. The nice thing about this device is that since it is a US-based company, it will only work with US-based phone numbers. So you can choose, say you have family that's across the country in, say, New York or in Washington, D.C., and you live in California or Oregon. The nice thing about that is that if you don't want yourself or your family to incur those huge phone bills, you can just set your phone number to their same zip area code, and you'll bypass all of those extra phone charges. Now, after you do choose your phone number, you're pretty much good to go for at least for the first year. You don't have to enter any credit card information online or anything like that until the next year. Now, myself personally, I've sold many of these devices, and there are hundreds of different uses for this device. The main use that I've seen people purchase them for is if they say have family in a different country, let's say the Philippines. I'm not sure exactly how much one phone call to make over to the Philippines would cost someone, but I'm sure that it would be very expensive. But what would happen is say you buy 2 Magic Jacks. You keep one for yourself, and then you send the other one to your family in the Philippines. Like I said earlier, it is a US-based company, so it's going to prompt you to set a US phone number. But as long as that computer that it's plugged into in the Philippines, as long as it's on the internet, it's going to give you a US number, so you won't have to get those huge phone bills. Now, another nice thing about the Magic Jack is that, say you don't want to do all of that, you don't want to pay the initial $40 for an extra Magic Jack to send to your family. It gives you extremely low discounts on long distance phone calls. So if you are calling outside of the country, it's ridiculously cheap to call outside of the country with your existing Magic Jack. Another pro is that, of course, you'd be saving a lot of money on your phone bill. I know a lot of people that on their existing home phone service would say Verizon or AT&T or Time Warner. They could be paying up to $50 or $60 just for their internet, just for their phone service. So now you can eliminate that huge bill by just paying $20 a year for your phone service. Now, there are a few cons in having this device. The number one con on this device is that the computer that it's plugged into does have to be on at all times. Now, this really isn't a big problem with people that leave their computers on at all times, but say it's a family computer and you don't want to leave it on all the time, that would be problem number one. Problem number two is that, and a problem that I've seen a lot of people have is, say you're inside an apartment and you're on the second floor of a third-story building. You may have some problems if you're, say, on Wi-Fi and your internet isn't all that high. You don't have that much of a reception in the middle. You may incur some problems with your phone service. But those are the only cons that I've experienced with the Magic Jack. Thank you for listening to my presentation.